As the ruler of Rome, he held the most powerful position on earth. However, unlike many of his predecessors and successors, Marcus Aurelius consistently strived to live a virtuous life. He adhered to a philosophical approach known as Stoicism, which emphasizes maintaining a serene mind. In fact, Stoics argue that true happiness, which always accompanies inner peace, is achieved when humans are in a state of flourishing. Naturally, Marcus Aurelius was exceptionally busy, shouldering the immense responsibility of leading an empire. Along with the stress that accompanies such a role, his work, Meditations, provides insight into his coping mechanisms. Notably, Marcus Aurelius is known for his practice of negative visualization, a technique modern Stoics use as a morning ritual. Although I have a separate video on this topic, I want to focus here on his lesser-known teachings that offer practical advice for achieving a more peaceful life. The first lesson is straightforward: do less. It seems obvious, doesn't it? To become more serene, we should simply reduce our activities. However, it's crucial to note that Stoics value productivity as a virtue and advocate for industriousness. At the same time, moderation is also a virtue. So how do we reconcile doing less with the need to be industrious? Marcus Aurelius observed that people often engage in unnecessary activities. In today's world, with nearly unlimited entertainment options, it's easy to get sidetracked by non-productive pursuits. Doing less, according to Marcus Aurelius, also entails talking less. Many conversations are trivial, lead nowhere, and waste our time and energy. Therefore, doing less means focusing on what is essential. This not only involves cutting out the superfluous, but also working more intelligently and efficiently. By doing this, we gain tranquility and improve our ability to excel in what we do. Adopting a mindful approach to consistently focusing on the essentials is key. As Marcus Aurelius put it, if you can eliminate it, you'll have more time and more tranquility. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Also, eliminate unnecessary assumptions to avoid unnecessary actions that follow. A helpful habit to maintain focus on daily tasks is to create a task list the night before. This practice allows us to plan our day in advance, which has a calming effect on the mind. By organizing our days ahead of time, we remove one more worry from our minds. 2. Brief retreats. In a different video, I discussed how Stoics generally view recreational travel with skepticism and don't consider it a reliable path to tranquility. The rationale is that wherever we go, we bring ourselves along. So the benefits of travel are only temporary. Once the novelty wears off, we are once again faced with our own minds. Marcus Aurelius criticized the idea of escaping daily concerns through travel or residing in tranquil places like mountains or beaches. He considered this approach foolish because true escape comes from within. As he said, nowhere you go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions, than your own soul. Although changing scenery occasionally can aid mental retreats, Marcus Aurelius suggested keeping these escapes brief and simple. His recommendations resemble meditation or moments of reflection to rejuvenate ourselves for our daily lives. He offered 2 reflections for internal retreats. 1. That things have no hold on the soul. They remain unmoving outside it. Disturbance comes only from within, from our own perceptions. 2. That everything you see will soon change and cease to exist. Consider how many changes you have already witnessed. The world is nothing but change. Our life is merely perception. 3. Remembering that all things past. The Stoics are known for their awareness of the inevitable reality of life's end. The term memento mori refers to the remembrance of death, reflecting the ultimate acceptance that the changing nature of the universe includes our own decay and disappearance. Marcus Aurelius advised keeping in mind how fleeting things can be. One moment we may be fully immersed in something, and the next, it could be entirely different. Trends shift rapidly, and human life is but a brief moment in the grand cosmic timeline. The notion that everything is transient might provoke anxiety due to the lack of stability and the eventual separation from our possessions and loved ones. However, it can also be a source of calm. Recognizing that everything is temporary means there is no point in clinging to good times or being averse to bad ones. Happiness is relative. Even in prison, there are good and bad days, and millionaires experience both joy and suffering. Our inner world, and thus our reaction to life situations, is also in flux. We can influence our responses to change. So why let fate trouble us so much? As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the infinity of past and future stretches before us, a chasm whose depths we cannot fathom. So it is foolish to feel self-importance, distress, or indignation as if the things that irritate us were lasting. Thank you for watching.